You thought the Taurus super new moon was the end of the shift? Not even close. That was just the ground shaking, my friend. Now the winds are picking up, fast. And trust me, you're already in it, whether you realize it or not. Welcome to the Gemini moon portal, and ready or not, you're stepping straight through it. 2 days ago, Taurus energy made you look at your comfort zones, your routines, the parts of your life you thought were solid. Maybe you felt shaken. Maybe you felt a little stuck. Either way, it wasn't random. It was setting you up for this next phase. And now, with the moon moving into Gemini, everything speeds up. We're shifting from heavy earth to quick-moving air, from clinging to thinking fast, from holding your ground to learning how to pivot on a dime. And here's the real deal. This isn't some slow, gentle process. Nope. Gemini energy is ruled by Mercury. Fast, clever, restless. It's happening now. And whether this portal is going to be the best thing that ever happened to you or leave you spinning like a top, honestly, that's going to depend on how you ride this energy. These 8 signs you're about to feel, they're not random mood swings. They're signals, flashing big neon arrows at what's ready to upgrade or break down if you ignore them. So hit that like button if you're feeling even a little bit of that buzz. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Because believe me, what's about to unfold could change everything if you catch it in time. Chapter 1. The Cosmic Weather, the why behind it all. All right, let's talk about what's really going on here. The cosmic weather behind all this chaos you're feeling. See, the moon sliding into Gemini right after a Taurus super new moon? That's not just an ordinary switch, it's a major pivot point. Taurus energy was all about grounding you, slowing you down, making you look at what's real and lasting. It forced you to check your foundations, your money, your relationships, your habits, and ask, is this really solid, or am I just comfortable? Now bam, the moon shifts into Gemini, and Gemini doesn't care about comfort. Gemini moves. Gemini questions everything. Gemini wants more information, more options, more freedom. That's why you might already feel like your mind is racing, your heart's getting twitchy, and your gut's telling you something's shifting. Because it is. But it's not just the moon causing the buzz. This Gemini moon is turbocharged because it's happening right on the heels of 2 massive planetary shifts. First, Venus met Saturn, and when those 2 collide, it's like a cosmic truth serum for your love life, your money, and what you truly value. No more pretending things are fine if they're not. Then, Venus charged into Aries, boom, igniting bold, fiery action energy. It's the kind of push that makes you leap even when you're scared. And with the Gemini moon lighting up your mind, yeah, good luck trying to sit still or play small right now. Here's why this matters. The universe isn't casually suggesting change anymore, it's demanding it. You are being asked to think differently, move differently, become different, and fast. If you don't adapt, you risk getting stuck in a version of yourself that the future simply can't use anymore. Trust me, evolution is here, and it's not waiting. Now, if you're already feeling that buzz under your skin, that weird mix of excitement and low-key panic, you're not imagining it. The Gemini moon is speaking, and it's showing up in ways you can't afford to miss. Let's dive into the 8 signs that this portal is wide open and you're already crossing through it. Sign 1. Racing thoughts you can't control, your mind on overdrive. Let's start with the first, and probably the loudest, sign. Racing thoughts you can't control. If your brain feels like it's running a marathon you didn't sign up for, congratulations, you're officially tuning into the Gemini moon frequency. See, Gemini rules the mind, thinking, speaking, connecting ideas. When the moon moves into this sign, It's like someone plugs your brain into a high-speed internet connection. Thoughts multiply, ideas come at you fast, plans shift by the minute. And no, this isn't just random anxiety. This is acceleration. This is your soul trying to download a new operating system at lightning speed. The reason this feels overwhelming is because your old mental patterns, the ones that worked when Taurus energy was grounding you, can't keep up anymore. You're being pushed to process new truths, new possibilities, new ways of thinking that are bigger and faster than what you're used to. If you try to shut it down, you'll just create more tension and confusion. Fighting it is like trying to hold back a tidal wave with a paper cup. Not gonna work. Here's the secret. Ride it. Talk it out. Write everything down, even if it feels messy. Call a friend and brainstorm. Think out loud, journal, voice memo yourself if you have to. You're not losing your mind. You're literally upgrading it. This surge isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. You're not being asked to figure everything out at once. You're being asked to stay open while the downloads come in. Trust the rush. Follow the threads. Some of the best ideas of your life could spark right now, but only if you let your mind move faster than your fear. Sign 2. Restless energy. Your body trying to catch up. Next up, mood swings, and not the usual kind. 1 minute you're chill, feeling like you've got this, and the next, boom, frustrated, sad, maybe even ready to throw your phone across the room for no reason. Welcome to Gemini Moon Emotional Whiplash. And before you panic, no, you're not broken. You're actually right on track. Gemini energy is fast, restless, and emotional when it moves through the moon. It stirs up feelings you've been ignoring or suppressing because it wants you to process, not store them away. Here's why. The Venus-Saturn clash just forced a reality check on your heart, your relationships, and your values. Now Gemini's stirring the pot, kicking old emotional dust into the air so you can finally see it and clear it. Think of it like emotional spring cleaning, messy, unpredictable, but 100% necessary. The trick here, don't bottle it up. Let yourself feel, even if the emotions make zero logical sense. Cry, vent, laugh at yourself, scream into a pillow if you need to. It's energy moving out, not breaking you down. You're clearing space for better things. Trust it. Ride the wave. It's weird now, but clarity is coming. Sign 3. Urgent need for new information. Mental hunger awakens. Here's another sign you can't miss. That sudden, urgent craving for new information. It's like your brain is starving and nothing old is satisfying anymore. And no, you're not just bored, you're evolving. Gemini energy is pure curiosity. It's the student, the forever learner, and when the moon activates this part of you, it's like flipping on a light switch inside your mind. Suddenly, the podcasts you used to love feel stale. The conversations you're used to having feel flat. You crave more, new books, new people, new ideas, anything that wakes up your brain and stretches your thinking. And here's the kicker. If you ignore this craving, you'll feel it, hard, agitation, restlessness, a weird sense of dissatisfaction with no obvious cause. That's your mind screaming, "Feed me," because your next evolution literally depends on what you're willing to learn right now. So don't fight it. Dive into the books, the documentaries, the deep conversations that challenge you. Follow your curiosity even if it feels random. That spark inside you isn't random at all. It's the universe handing you the keys to your next breakthrough. Feed your mind now, because trust me, your future self is counting on it. Sign 4. Sudden disconnection from old plans, mental shedding. Here's where it gets sneaky and real. You might suddenly feel completely disconnected from plans you were just excited about during the Taurus new moon. That steady, grounded path you mapped out 2 days ago. Yeah, now it might feel weirdly heavy, boring, or straight up wrong. And listen, that's not failure. That's evolution. During Taurus season, you needed stability. You needed roots. But Gemini energy doesn't care about comfort. It wants movement, options, and fresh air. What's happening right now is mental shedding. Your mind is tossing out what no longer fits the version of you that's waking up. If you're feeling restless, second-guessing old goals, questioning everything, congratulations. You're syncing with the cosmic upgrade, not falling behind it. Seriously, the worst thing you can do right now is cling to a dead plan out of stubbornness or guilt. Plans are tools, not prisons. Give yourself permission to shift, adjust, pivot. Gemini energy thrives when you stay flexible, curious, and willing to zigzag if that's what the moment calls for. Trust that letting go of a plan that no longer fits isn't giving up. It's making space for something that actually matches the you you're becoming. Sign 5. Random conversations that trigger deep insights. Now here's where things start feeling a little magical. Random conversations that somehow crack you wide open. Under this Gemini moon, information doesn't just come through books or ideas. It comes through people. Gemini rules communication, and when the moon charges up this zone, every conversation turns into a potential lightning rod for truth. The barista who makes your coffee, the old friend who texts you out of nowhere, the new co-worker you barely know. Any one of them could drop a sentence, a comment, even just a look that triggers a massive shift in you. And no, it's not just a coincidence. The universe is literally using people as messengers right now. That's how Gemini energy moves, through words, through unexpected moments of connection. One offhand conversation could snap everything into focus or point you toward a decision you didn't even know you needed to make. So, stay open, talk, listen, ask questions, pay attention even when it feels random. The person you casually bump into might unknowingly hand you the exact insight or confirmation you've been begging the universe for. Trust that the right words are already making their way to you, but only if you're willing to hear them. Sign 6. Fear of missing out. FOMO as a catalyst, not a curse. Let's talk about a feeling you probably know all too well. FOMO. Normally people shrug it off like it's shallow or silly, but under this Gemini moon energy, it's anything but shallow. If you're feeling that gnawing sense that something's happening without you, that restless, I should be doing more, being more, moving faster vibe, listen up. That's not random insecurity. It's your intuition telling you something new is unfolding, and your future self doesn't want to miss it. Gemini energy sharpens awareness. It makes you pick up on shifts, even ones you can't quite explain yet. So when you feel that urgent tug, that internal itch that says, I need to be there, it's not about following the crowd, it's about following your alignment. Your soul knows there are new experiences, connections, and opportunities sparking right now, and it's nudging you, loudly, to show up and grab them. Here's the trick. Don't numb it out. Don't scroll it away. Don't tell yourself you're being dramatic. Instead, use that FOMO. Ask yourself, what am I really craving right now? Is it a new connection, a bold experience, a change of scenery, a risk you've been afraid to take? Pinpoint it and then go for it. This isn't about chasing every shiny thing. It's about tuning in to the real invitations the universe is throwing your way. Gemini energy rewards curiosity, exploration, bold yeses. Don't miss your moment because you second-guessed the feeling. Sometimes FOMO isn't fear at all. It's destiny tapping you on the shoulder. Answer it. Sign 7. Old stories about yourself. Start breaking down. Another major shift happening under this Gemini moon. The old stories you tell yourself, the ones you might not even realize you're still carrying, are starting to crack. And honestly, it's about time. Gemini rules communication, sure, but it also governs the stories we live by, the inner scripts running on repeat in the background of our lives. Right now, with this moon blasting your mental patterns wide open, outdated self-images like, "I'm not good at that," "I always mess things up," or "I'm too late to change," start feeling heavier, faker, harder to hold on to. That's not an accident. That's not just mood swings. That's your soul stepping in and saying, "We don't believe that anymore." The Taurus new moon 2 days ago forced you to look at your foundations, what you built your life on. Now Gemini is asking, what stories are holding up those foundations? Are they even true, or are they just old survival mechanisms you've outgrown? This is your invitation, no, your cosmic permission slip to rewrite your story. Fast, free, fearless. You are not bound to who you were last week, last month, last year. The Gemini moon is here to show you that identity is flexible, your mind is moldable, and your potential is way bigger than the box you've been trying to fit into. So when you catch yourself repeating some tired, limiting belief about who you are, stop, rewrite it, speak it differently, move differently, become the person you say you want to be. Gemini energy says you're allowed to update your narrative as fast and as often as you need. And honestly, your next chapter is begging you to start now. Sign 8. Feeling both excited and scared at the same time. And now we come to one of the wildest and most important signs you're crossing through the Gemini moon portal, feeling both excited and scared at the same time. If you're swinging between, "Let's do this," and "Oh my God, what if I can't?" within 5 minutes, congratulations. You're right where you're supposed to be. This isn't confusion, it's not a mistake. It's the paradox Gemini energy lives in, and it's exactly what real breakthroughs feel like. See, Gemini is all about duality, light and shadow, movement and stillness, certainty and doubt. This moon isn't asking you to eliminate fear before you move forward. It's showing you that fear and excitement can coexist. And honestly, they usually do when something life-changing is about to happen. That knot in your stomach, that rush in your chest. It's your soul standing right on the edge of the old and the new. The mistake most people make is thinking they have to wait until they're only excited and not scared anymore. Spoiler, that moment never comes. And if you wait for it, you'll miss the portal. You'll miss the leap that could change everything. So here's your real work. Feel both, honor both, and move anyway. Take the step, make the call, launch the project, say yes, say no. Gemini teaches that bravery isn't about killing fear. It's about carrying it with you as you move toward the life you're meant to live. This is where the magic happens, in that split second when your fear says, "What if?" and your soul answers, "Yeah, but what if it works?" And trust me, right now, it just might. Chapter 2. Why this shift matters. This Gemini moon isn't just another astrological moment you can scroll past and forget about. It's a bridge, a razor-thin, once-in-a-while bridge, stretched between the old safe ground you've clung to and the wild new path that's calling your name. Taurus energy made you see what was no longer stable. Aries and Jupiter are roaring ahead, demanding expansion, risk, growth. And right now, in this exact moment, Gemini hands you the choice. Know you need change and do nothing, or dare to pursue it. Here's the hard truth. If you resist what's unfolding, if you let fear anchor you in what's familiar but dead, you stagnate. Period. There's no soft landing there, no gentle plateau. Stagnation under this cosmic setup will feel heavy, frustrating, soul-crushing, like running a race with chains around your ankles. But if you move with it, if you ride the momentum of this mental awakening instead of fighting it, you transform, faster and bigger than you even think you're ready for. This is not just an emotional upgrade, it's a full reprogramming. Mind, body, spirit are being recalibrated right now for speed, flexibility, connection, freedom. The old survival tactics won't work anymore. The old self-doubt stories are already breaking apart. The universe isn't asking you to survive this shift. It's begging you to ride it, to let it sweep you into a version of yourself that thinks sharper, dreams bigger, moves faster, loves freer. You are not meant to stay the same, not now, not with this energy blazing through your veins. Lean in, trust the rush. This is your moment, if you're bold enough to take it. So here we are, standing right at the edge of the shift. If you've been feeling the racing thoughts, the sudden mood swings, the weird urges to leap into the unknown, you're not broken, you're in the portal. The Gemini moon isn't here to break you down. It's here to wake you up. It's pushing you to think faster, move smarter, dream bigger, and finally stop settling for a life that doesn't fit you anymore. This moment is rare, and like any true portal, it won't stay open forever. If you lean in now, if you trust the new instincts rising inside you, you could launch yourself into a version of your life that's freer, fuller, and way more exciting than anything you're leaving behind. But if you resist, if you ignore the signs, the universe will still move. You just won't be leading the way. So if you're ready to ride this energy instead of getting dragged by it, hit that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, because trust me, this is just the beginning. And if you're feeling this shift already, drop the number 77 in the comments. Let's claim this transformation together.